Thank you. Well, good morning. It's really great to be with you this morning. I rarely need a mic to amplify my voice, and I talk with my hands, so I hope the mic doesn't go flying. I'm Joy Gummersall. I'm the Executive Director at Stewards Canada, and my colleague Karen is here with us as well today, and we're really excited to be with you. My family and I have had the opportunity to visit in the past on Sunday mornings, and our kids are loving their third year in Awana here, so we're really excited and thankful for the ministry happening at FBC Cobourg. I'm going to answer 4 questions for you in a really brief and quick introduction to Stewards Canada, and then we would love to chat with you more after the service. So I'd love to talk to you about who are we, how does it work, why does it even matter, and how can you get involved. So we're going to show a quick video that will describe who we are.
A lasting impact for God's kingdom. For over 70 years, we've empowered churches and assemblies across Canada by providing financing for their growth and ministry. Many churches find it challenging to secure capital funding through traditional banks, but Stewards Canada could be the partner they've been searching for. We offer tailored mortgage solutions that help churches build, expand, and impact their communities. For Christian investors, it's more than just financial growth. Through our unique investment opportunities, you can grow your portfolio while funding life-changing work. Your investment helps us provide mortgages to churches, an investment that sows into the future of the church in Canada. Together, we're investing for service, transforming communities, and advancing God's kingdom one church at a time. Stewards Canada. Church leaders and investors, visit stewardscanada.org for more information.
So at Stewards Canada, we are a local missions organization. We connect Christian investors with the evangelical Christian church in Canada who need mortgage financing. Since 1952, Stewards Canada has provided financing for over 340 churches across our country. And in our organization's history, there has been no record of investor losses and no default on church mortgages. So we're excited about that, and we look forward to building on that rich history. Stewards Canada is both a mortgage brokerage and an administrator, and we have several regulatory bodies that oversee our organization. So those would include the Ontario Securities Commission, FSRA, FINTRAC, the Mortgage Brokerages, Lenders, and Administrators Act, and then we're governed by a volunteer board of directors. So our board of directors set the interest rates on our bond investments, which you'll hear about in a moment, as well as our mortgages. And you have 2 board members in your midst here at FBC Cobourg. So we can go to the next slide. How does it work? So private individuals, companies, churches, they invest their funds with Stewards Canada and earn a rate of return on their investment. In turn, we are able to use those funds to invest in first charge church mortgages across Canada. So while you earn a rate of return on your investment, you're also investing in the growth of God's kingdom across Canada. So your return really is twofold. Our investment options include registered accounts, so retirement savings plans, retirement income funds, tax-free savings accounts, and then we have non-registered investments as well. So we have what's called demand bonds, which pay a semi-annual interest rate of 4.5%. So with the contribution of many investors, Stewards Canada is currently able to partner with 54 churches with mortgages totaling just shy of $30 million. We're able to support churches with those mortgage loans in Newfoundland, Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and Alberta. We can go to the next slide, please. So why does all of this matter? Why does it matter what we do at Stewards Canada? I want to use FBC Cobourg as an example as I answer this question for you. I believe it was about 30 years ago, your community was able to raise funds to do a renovation project, which included the gym and the Sunday school classrooms below. I have personally been to a women's Christmas event. I've been to some really fun Awana carnivals. I had the opportunity to speak at a missions conference, and I witnessed one of my nephews be baptized in that renovated space. So you are quite literally carrying out the Great Commission. You're preaching and teaching the gospel, you're making disciples of all ages, and you're baptizing in Jesus' name. That's super exciting. And then look at this this room that we're in here, this new auditorium, the lobby. The heart behind this renovation project was to reach your region, to make capacity and space, to invite people in. So FBC Cobourg's ability to do a capital campaign, raise the amount of money that you did in a relatively short period of time, and then get financing through a traditional bank for the remainder needed for the renovation is very abnormal. This is rarely the story for churches who need to renovate, grow their space, maybe buy a larger building. You are the exception, not the rule. Most churches experience significant hurdles when it comes to financing their building needs. And this is where we, and hopefully soon you, come in. Most, or I would say many churches cannot get funding through traditional banks, and they become stuck. That's exactly why we exist as an organization, and that's why it matters what we do at Stewards Canada. We want to support churches in reaching their mission and vision that God has given them for their community. And the need for financing is so significant. Your investment can make a deep impact on this gap that there is. We're contacted on a regular basis about our mortgage financing. So as a result, it's critical that we continue to partner with new investors so that we can continue to serve these churches all across our country. Just as an example, from September to now, I have received mortgage inquiries totaling over $21 million. That's exciting. The church is growing. This is a good thing. Since October 1st, Stewards Canada has been able to finance $5.9 million in new mortgage loans to churches. And one of those, as a quick example, is a community church in Pickering. So they have been around since the early 90s. They have a great relationship in their community with their mayor, with their financial institution. Unfortunately, their credit union let them know that they would no longer be dealing in church mortgages, and they needed to pay back the $2 million at renewal. So, yeah, that's a big amount of money. So, unfortunately, that's the reality for most churches when they're dealing with traditional lenders. We were able as an organization to stand in the gap to provide a mortgage for them so they can continue on in their ministry in Pickering. This is why it matters. And it's only possible because of the dedicated community of investors who are passionate about local missions and who want to see the local church thrive in Canada. I'm in a really unique position where I get to hear awesome stories about what God is doing across churches all over Canada. But in particular, I love when I get to hear how a particular church has been impacted who has received funding from Stewards Canada. So I'd like to show a quick video here. This is one of our partner churches, Flamborough Baptist Church. So let's take a look at their story.
My name is Bill Thornton, and I'm the senior pastor here at Flamborough Baptist Church in Waterdown, and I've been here 17 years. Flamborough Baptist Church has been in this community for 116 years. And so we learned when I first came that the town was going to grow by 5,000 homes in like 7 years. So we knew we had to get ready for the expansion of our town by expanding our building.
So we had a vision to build an addition onto the church. So we started raising money, and it took 10 years, and we raised $1.2 million.
But as time went on and prices went up, the campaign took 10 years, so we got stuck.
We decided that we needed to take out a mortgage. We first went to our own bank, even with $1.2 million in the bank and all of our accounts in good standing. The bank rejected us because we were a not-for-profit organization, which put us as a high risk. A friend of mine recommended Stewards Canada, so I contacted them, and everything fell right into place, and we signed the mortgage with Stewards Canada. Before we put the addition on, we were a growing church. We had an auditorium with a capacity of 300 people, but we had no space for them outside of the auditorium. And our children's ministry was also overflowing. And now with our new building, we have the space.
We have a big lobby, a larger kitchen, new washrooms, forest room, and so we've just been amazed at how many ways we're using the building.
I hope you see through this example of our building and what God can do through Stewards Canada. Yes, we have a beautiful building, but it's all because we're reaching out into the community and doing things that we didn't even think were possible, but God knew what we could do.
Stewards Canada have been so wonderful, user-friendly, and so in line with wanting to expand the kingdom of God. It's meant so much to me personally as a pastor and to our leadership and our congregation. The dream is alive because of Stewards Canada. Yay, God.
How can you personally get involved? Stewards Canada is not an organization looking for donations. We are looking to partner with investors. We all have an opportunity to join together in this kingdom work through financial investment. So would you consider investing a portion of your financial portfolio with Stewards Canada? I would love to speak with you after the service. As I mentioned, Karen and I will be out in the lobby. We'd love to talk to you about questions you maybe have about that or how you can go about doing that. We would also love for you to get involved in other ways. So you can see on the screen there, awareness. We would love for you to talk about Stewards Canada with your peers. The 2 videos you saw are on our YouTube channel, and we would love for you to share those links and those videos. And we would always welcome prayer for our board, for our leadership, Karen and I, our investors and our borrowers. And then lastly, just connect with us. You can join our mailing list, hear about what projects we're involved in, and just stay connected to what we're doing at Stewards Canada. So thank you so much for the opportunity to come this morning. It's, again, like I said, great to be back in your new auditorium and to worship with you here. So thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to meeting with you after the service.